Among the many miraculous things that broadcasting can do, I think the most important is that it can widen our horizons. I decided that I wanted to be an historian, not because of my history lessons at school, but because of watching history on television, and the rather unlikely idea that someone from my background, from a council estate in the north of England, could be an historian. The seeds of that idea were sown watching television.
We have the ability to deliver the power of local rather than the power of global, to tell local stories in a global world, to use talent from all places to tell their stories, and for the possibility to take diverse talent from the niche into the mainstream, to be appreciated for what they bring to the industry.
During the pandemic specifically, I think it uplifted us and informed us, and it reminded us of just how important it is. It brought people together in a way that many of the streaming services can only dream of.
What I hope Britain will become is a real centre of technical excellence, a real centre of creating and exporting the very best stories, and that has to be supported, if it's going to be successful, by our own British broadcasters.
That drama and storytelling and art remains at the very forefront of what UK broadcasters offer and commission. Television dramas generate empathy and understanding for different worlds and different points of view, and I think that's sorely lacking. And the desire that commissioners still have, and I'm so grateful for, to locate and find and champion new voices is something we should be proud of and continue and expand.
I'd like to think that British broadcasting can find a voice that speaks of the Britain that we really are, in all our diversity and globalism. This is a nation with unique talent, a unique tradition, and a unique broadcasting ecosystem. And most of all, we have stories that everyone, the whole world, wants to hear. I'd love to hear those stories be inclusive in ways that often they haven't been.
I want the UK industry to strive and thrive, looking at the market, not just being led by the numbers, but taking from the tech and the usability of a lot of the streaming services and being able to respond to the demands of an increasingly savvy and increasingly knowing audience.
That we cease to be a great place to work, that we get so entrenched in the commercialism of the global stage that we forget how to treat people at all levels in the business. Use best practice, be good, be kind, treat people well.
To create those really high-end, spectacular programmes that live on in your mind for decades after is going to become basically unaffordable. So we have to reach out and find partners across the world to fund those shows, and that's really, I think, the biggest threat that we're facing if we can't find that money.
We are losing the argument around public service broadcasting and haven't yet found the words to make an effective case for the BBC, for Channel 4. What is the new case to be made for a broadcaster and for the type of commissioning that is in public hands, not private? And unless we can find that language and make that case, I worry literally about the survival of something which I think, if it didn't exist, would deplete and diminish our cultural landscape significantly.
What we have is special. We need to shout about it, and we need to convince our leaders to recognise just what a success story British broadcasting is.